opening to truth and the ego. Whether it is stated or not, every session begins with a deep dive into the silent source of creation. The deeper the dive into the silence, the more profound the transformation that follows. When the dive into silence is sufficiently profound, the solution to any problem emerges. Out of the silence emerges the true essence of your commitment to full healing. This means that the relationship between the body and consciousness is pure. The intention of the consciousness to protect, uphold, and honor the truth of the body awakens. What is the truth of the body? The body is the purest expression of divine intention that exists in creation. Astoundingly, it is in your possession. This commitment of consciousness to uphold the highest good for the body engages consciousness in such a way that it necessarily aligns with Dharma. Why? Because Dharma sustains the whole universe, which includes the body. Right now, your body is doing everything it can to heal itself. When consciousness is on board with the body, healing is supported through feelings, thoughts, and intentions. This non-physical support eliminates barriers to the physical healing process. The field of consciousness ranges from pure, unmanifest being to the full physical form. There is a lot of nuanced variation in this range. The biggest challenge is that the areas of consciousness that inhibit or support healing are not accessible at the dense level of perception. This is the core issue responsible for mistakes. Just as your body is doing everything it can to heal, so your consciousness is also intentionally doing everything it can to support that process. Even people who blatantly, obviously violate natural law or sabotage themselves are convinced that they do so for the sake of their highest good. It is possible to justify literally any action. Justifications bind illusions and false beliefs to the field of action. Truth stands above the mechanism of justification. Clearing habits of justifying violations of natural law and self-sabotage. Under that, clearing habits of believing one's own lies. Under that, clearing the belief that reality is written by things we say. This is huge. Clearing from the astral body cords that connect you with the opinions and judgments of others. People's opinions only have power over you if you allow them that power. You allow them that power when you have not formed your own clear self-opinion. As long as you know your true self, the opinions and judgments of others cannot touch you. Sometimes the opinions of people who adore you can be helpful. Healthy relationships empower the growth of your highest potential. In a healthy relationship, each person reflects the other's truth back to them. Like looking at yourself in a clear mirror, this helps genuine self-knowledge evolve. It efficiently supports the ability to see essential truth. However, this type of relationship is possible when you are already grounded in your essential truth. How can you ever reflect that truth to someone else if you don't know it yourself? It is the same with illusions of non-truth. The habit of thinking badly about oneself attracts this energy from the environment. Its reflection from the environment gives you a chance to see its falsehood. Reflecting upon your true divine nature, the falsehood is fully revealed and released. Your essential nature is the glory and grace of pure being. This purity reveals every tiny imperfection in the story of illusion. Discrimination is evolving to discern the difference between reflections of divine expression versus useless judgments, assumptions, and expectations. A switching mechanism in the prefrontal cortex is activating that allows you to recognize and openly receive the blessings of the divine when they arrive, regardless of their origin. In the same stroke, it reveals the falsehood of the reflections that are untrue. One of the principal measures between true self-knowledge and falsehood is the flavor of bliss that accompanies it. The bliss that overwhelms the senses is associated with falsehood. The sacred bliss that feeds your being in the most delicate and subtle manner is associated with truth. This sacred bliss is continuously accessible through your connection with the source of creation. Because sacred bliss never overwhelms the senses of perception, you have autonomy over it. You decide how much or how little will flow through your being. The door of access to this sacred bliss is at the base of the spine. Putting attention to the base of the spine, awareness establishes itself in the source of creation. From this location, a download is received regarding the entire mechanism by which sacred bliss is accessed by your body. This download brings with it a Dharma matrix for the 4 dense levels of the body. It brings an intuitive understanding of the laws of the material world. This download supports the evolution of the energy of Venus as it exists within your body and being. This is the year when Venus is undergoing one of her most difficult transformations. Because we are not just human but also cosmic, the Venusian aspect of our own being is also engaged in this evolutionary process. When you receive downloads, they come with the responsibility to act rightly. This is why Dharma is also part of the current transformation. The role of Venus in our world can either uphold evolution in the most powerful and dynamic way, or it can destroy it. This download integrates your sense of self with the nourishing, life-supporting qualities of Venus. It allows you to find your true essential nature in her perfect expressions of divine intention. The full potential of the planet Venus is to support heavenly life throughout our whole solar system. Aligning your sense of self with the highest potential of Venus within you heals your relationship with this planet and also supports her healing at this delicate time in her life. Thank you for being with me.